Hi, I'm Diana and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making milk bread and stuffed milk bread. The stuffed milk bread is great for picnics, or I think the first time I made it we were in the car and I just ripped it apart and everybody just ate it. It's really simple. You can crank out 2 loaves in like an hour and a half. It's really fast. All right, I'm using a double recipe today, so just have everything if you want to make 1 loaf, but it's easier making 2. So I have got 8 cups of bread flour and I've been proofing my yeast. Now, the rapid rise yeast, supposedly you don't need to proof it, but I usually do. Regular yeast, your liquid has to be 110, not too much higher than that, and rapid rise is 120. So in this, I have got 1.5 cups of warm milk, 6 tablespoons of oil, and 4 tablespoons of sugar. And I'm proofing it, and if you'll notice, it's nice and puffy. Okay, so I've also got 2 tablespoons of salt that I'm going to put in. And then I'm going to mix it up with my hands because hands are the best. I've also got 2 tablespoons of granulated garlic. This just flavors the loaf a little bit, and since most of the stuff is going to be savory, and the plain milk bread, I'm going to be using it to make killer bread, which you are going to love, but that's later on. All right, so I've mixed in my salt and my granulated garlic. Now I'm going to throw in my yeast mixture and an additional 1 cup of liquid. So you're going to need about 2 2/3 cup of liquid. I've made this with oat milk and it works perfectly fine. All right, so let's mix this up. And I use the handle because it's so much easier to clean than if you use the spoon side. So, and then keep a little bit of the milk so that you can add it to this and make it a little bit more manageable. So it looks really dry. So I'm going to add a little bit more milk. Oh, it's so nice and squishy and soft. Oh, and remember to take off your rings. Okay, I need to add a little bit more milk because this looks really dry. I wonder, I'm going to get some flour, which you put away. Lightly flour your board. And knead it usually about 20 times. You don't have to knead it a lot. Okay, that's good. Okay, now you're going to roll it into a rectangle, usually about 12 by 16. Which this is half. And if it's hard to roll, it keeps rolling back on you, let it rest for a little bit. And it doesn't have to be a perfect rectangle. It's just a little bit easier to put your meats and stuff in it. Okay, this is just going to be a plain milk bread. So this is 15 by 10. So get a little bit wider. Oh, and I'm going to show you a trick to make it look really cool. Okay, then all you're going to do is just roll it up. And then stop about 2/3 of the way down. And you're going to make slits about 1 inch apart. I'm using a pizza cutter, but you can use a knife. And then keep rolling it. And you've got this little loaf. And put it on a parchment lined pan. Okay, now here comes the good one. For the stuffed one, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to roll it out. And this one, I'm going to stuff with pesto, turkey, and havarti cheese. So good. Now I've got my havarti. Do about 2/3 and all the way to the edge. You don't want to do a whole lot, otherwise it gets kind of too basil-y. And I'm using an offset spatula, but you can use a knife or your fingers. Now you want to get a cheese that's fairly pliable, because since it's going to have to be rolled up. So you're going to get and just put your cheese on. And you can use any kind of cheese. The easiest is like a Velveeta slice. That's the easiest because it rolls out so nice. And then turkey slices. I wish this was smoked turkey. This one is kind of bland. That's why I'm adding the pesto. And then you just want to put your lunch meats wherever. Salami is really good in this. Genoa. I want a Genoa salami kick. Oh, and I forgot. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Mine takes like 30 minutes to heat up. Okay, and then you're going to roll it just like you did the other one. And make your cuts. And continue to roll. Ta-da! Okay. Now cover these and let it set for 15-20 minutes. And I'll be right back. Okay, it's been sitting for 20 minutes. Doesn't puff up a whole lot. And you're going to get a simple egg wash. This is just beaten egg. I didn't put anything in it. You're going to brush it over the top and the sides. Don't get too much where it sticks to the pan. And get in the cracks because then it'll make a definition. And what you'll see is when it bakes, it puffs up a lot. Okay, then on the filled one, I'm using this everything bagel seasoning blend. It looks so pretty on this. And also puts a nice crunch on it. And then on the plain one, I'm just going to use regular sesame seeds. I mean, you don't even have to put it on. I just think it looks prettier. Okay, then we're going to pop it in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes, and you're going to see how good it looks. Okay, see you in 20 minutes. Okay, this has been in for 30-35 minutes. And look at how it's puffed up. This is going to be one of those what not to do. If you'll notice, see how that came out like that and that? I forgot to pinch it. You have to pinch it closed when you do it. So just leave it on the rack for 20 minutes at least to cool down, and then you can slice it. Okay, let's cut into this puppy, and I've got my taster for today. This is my Richie. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay. Do you see how much it's puffed up? It puffed up a lot. And then with these, the slits that I made, it makes it a lot easier to slice. And see, look how beautiful it is. Would have looked nice if I would have put like sun-dried tomatoes in it. That would have looked nice. You want butter on it?
No. Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
It was good.
I'm sorry, what?
It was good.
Isn't it nice?
It's good.
Okay, folks. Oh, and I'll cut into the other one. It's kind of boring because there's really nothing in it. But this one would be excellent with just butter and jam. But I am going to use this for the killer bread. So, and it's got a really nice crumb to it. And it'll bake up really well. See? Just nice and plain. Put a little, well, actually a lot, a big slab of butter on it. It's freezing in my kitchen. Good. Well, I hope you try this recipe. I hope you try this recipe. It's really simple, really fast, and your family's gonna love it. Okay, have a good holiday. Love you. Bye.